I'm Lincoln Ware here at the Freedom Center celebrating legacy and possibilities for Urban One. I'm from 1230 The Buzz, and I'm here at the Freedom Center to do my research into my family genealogy. I found out a whole lot of stuff. I got my grandfather's 1940 census, and it shows how old his kids were in 1940, all kind of great stuff. And how many kids he had, where he worked. It's unbelievable at the things you can find out here at the Freedom Center. I invite you to come down and trace your family roots right here at the Freedom Center. Your name?
I'm Rick Schneider, and I'm the Family Search Center coordinator here for the genealogy part of the Freedom Center.
Okay, so how does that happen? What if I want to trace my roots, or what will I do when I first walk up here? Do I come and see you, and what do you do?
Well, we've got volunteers here who can help, and we take you right over here. We have you sign in, and we give you a family group sheet.
Okay.
And we say, okay, fill in what you know.
Okay.
There's a lot you won't know, that's why you're here. But people come here searching for their family. And that to me is historically significant.
And a lot of people were born and raised here, and their families were born and raised here, but a lot of them just came up from the South and made Cincinnati their home, so.
Well, and we have people from all over the United States come here to this museum.
Yeah.
We had last year people from over 35 different states come through here.
Okay.
And oftentimes they're first-time visitors, and we don't see them again, but we get them a good start with their family history.
Yeah.
And right after emancipation, the first thing people did was look for their families. And you'd see ads in newspapers where they're trying to find wives and children and brothers and sisters who'd been separated, and we're still looking for family
And
members.
I guess having your mother's maiden name was very important.
Names and places are more important than exact dates. If we know where someone is from and we have their names and a general idea of where they lived or when they lived, then we can find some information. We prefer people who would be in the 1950 census or before, because we can find them as family units then. And we can make sure we have identified the correct family. If you have the last name of Jones, we want to make sure we have other family members so we know we have the right Jones.
And I was born in 1950, so that would put me right in the wheelhouse there. I don't know what time of the year they did the census, but I was born in April, and they usually do that in September, so I might be in there.
You may be in there. There's a good chance of that, yes.
Yes.
But you would give me information on your parents or your grandparents, and we could find them. We have a very large database. Family Search is associated with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which has the largest genealogical library in the world. We have over 7,000 family search centers like this around the United States. Ours is unique here, very unique, because not many are in a museum. And the museum draws people from all over the United States, and 99% of our clientele are African American. So we specialize in helping people find their ancestors, which is very challenging because previously enslaved people do not show up in the census with names.
And even after slavery, a lot of them don't, because they were born with midwives. They never did go to the hospital, and things got kind of crazy when you try to research things like that. So I can see why. I tell you, folks, this is, you come to the Freedom Center to do more than just look at things. You can find out a lot of information about yourself here at the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And now we'll go over here and find out how you can learn how to get all this information. And your name?
I'm Sharon Cross.
Sharon? Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Sharon.
you.
Okay, so what's the first thing I would do if I'm trying to research?
Well, I was going to say that these are my grandparents. These are my father's parents.
Okay.
And so I always had this picture all the time I was growing up. But they died long before I was born, so I didn't know anything about them. I was able to find out by coming here, found out when they got married. I found out where they lived. I knew they lived in Georgia, but I didn't know where.
Okay.
I found out they actually grew up as neighbors to each other, so they may have been childhood sweethearts. I just was so excited. We use Ancestry.com, and we also use the FamilySearch.org, which is a free site, and you can put a name that you know. If you have an idea where that person was born, an idea of when they were born, you put that information in here, and it'll come up. It almost always comes up.
I never knew this was up here. All the time the Freedom Center was here, I never knew this part was here. You know, I would just go around and do the different things, but now people know they can find out some of their history and find out.
It connects them to what's going on downstairs.
Yes, and they'll find out there's a big connection from the south that migrated to the north.
Absolutely.
That's where it all started. So
Absolutely.
appreciate you filling me in on this. I've learned something new today.